Hey, welcome back. Mike here with episode 117 of the Be Build Have podcast. And today I'm going to talk about sarcasm and anger. And I'll go from time to time on the Reddit and Quora forums to look for people who I see are struggling with some of the same things that I have overcome. People who are struggling with anxiety, depression, self-loathing, low self-esteem, and that's affecting them in their lives. They're not getting the results they want socially. They're not getting the results they want in their businesses. And so I'll look through some of the questions that people are asking, and if I pick that up and any of the questions, experience that feels similar to mine, I'll go and answer that. And so one of the questions that I answered in the past week was about sarcasm. And I thought it would be a good episode here because sarcasm is definitely something I have some experience with. I grew up in a house with a lot of sarcasm, incidentally, also a house where people would regularly leave the dinner table in tears. And I think this really goes to the question because a guy was asking, should I be careful about using sarcasm around my 2 year old daughter? And so to me, the answer is absolutely yes. In fact, never use sarcasm around your 2 year old daughter. But so let's think about what sarcasm actually is. Because a lot of people will use sarcasm and just kind of think that that's a way to be funny and a way to be humorous and a way to make people laugh. The definition of sarcasm is the use of irony to mock or convey contempt. So your intent probably is not consciously to mock, to make fun of, or to convey contempt to the people around you who are typically your friends and family members. You're probably just trying to make a joke. But when is it funny to make fun of somebody? If our goal socially is to lift up the people around us and to enjoy our lives and to be happy, why would we ever need to tear somebody else down to be able to do that? And I think what happens, and what I definitely saw happen in my own life, and I see it over and over again, is that socially our tendency is to try to bring the people around us to the same level that we're at. So if we feel socially awkward or uncomfortable, or if we have a baseline level of anger, even if we're not totally consciously aware that that's there, but it just makes us always feel that anxiety, or a lot of times that'll feel like depression. Then when we're interacting with other people socially, and this is the same thing that's true in our businesses, which is why I focus so much on the business impact of these emotional health issues. If we feel uncomfortable for whatever reason, unworthy, angry, low self-esteem, we're going to try to bring the people that are around us to that same level, either by building ourselves up and creating dependence or soliciting respect or asking for feedback or trying to feel important or give things away, or we're going to try and tear them down so that we can meet them in the middle. And this is where sarcasm really shines, I guess, is in tearing other people down. And again, consciously, that's not our intent. But in a sense, it's no different than losing your temper and hitting somebody and then apologizing and say, oh, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Because the thing that people who use sarcasm will say is, well, I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it to mock you. I didn't mean it to hurt you. But that's what sarcasm is. So what I would encourage you to do is really think about the meaning of the words that you're saying. This is the difference between living consciously and living unconsciously. If you use sarcasm, really pay attention to how you're feeling in those moments. Are you feeling good about yourself and you feeling comfortable with the people that you're with and you're wanting to lift everybody up? Or are you feeling a little bit uncomfortable, or maybe even a lot uncomfortable, or angry or depressed, or you've got something that you're struggling with and you're kind of trying to bring people down to the level where you are so that you can feel like you're on even ground with them? And one thing that I realized as I started going through this, this really was my window to just how much anger I really was carrying around inside of me. Why would I get so upset at people at networking events or clients or prospects for not being the way I wanted them to be, not doing the things I wanted them to do? If I didn't have that anger inside myself, if I was happy and confident and comfortable and somebody did something that I didn't like, I would just move on. But if I'm uncomfortable and unhappy and looking for them to give me that, or if I'm struggling with a high baseline level of anger that I just carry around all the time, it's always going to be looking for opportunities to leak out, to grab a hold of other people and drag them down to where I am. And this is really what the sarcasm is going to show us. So if you're consciously, you know you use sarcasm, but you would say, no, I don't mean it that way. I'm not trying to tear people down. Really pay attention to the impact your sarcasm is having on people. Does it make them feel good about themselves and want to be around you? Or does it make them feel like they want to create some distance and they need to become a little bit defensive? Are they laughing uncomfortably because they feel criticized? Or are they laughing because they're really because it's really a funny joke? Humor that tears other people down is still tearing other people down. Is that the kind of person that you want to be? And if you want to have people drawn to you in sales or marketing or customer service in your business or in your family relationships with your wife and kids, in the case of the actual question that was on Quora, really pay attention to how you're dealing with those situations, how you're encouraging those people. You want to build up the people around you. You don't want to tear them down. Increase your own self-confidence, reduce your own anger, increase your own level of comfort and confidence in those social situations. Be the kind of person that others, I messed up the overlay here. Sorry, on the video, which you can find on YouTube, but be the kind of person that you want to be, that people want to be around. Be the kind of person that builds a successful business, has a lot of fulfilling social relationships, has great relationships with their friends and family. Don't be the kind of person that tears people down and then is frustrated that you're not getting the results that you want. So quick message for today. That's what I wanted to cover. I hope you can use this to get some insight into your own life. If you're feeling frustrated by some of the results you're getting, if you're not getting exactly the feedback that you want, exactly the response that you want when you're putting your message out there, really pay attention to this area if sarcasm is something that you tend to use as a tool for what you think is funny. And are you building people up or are you tearing them down? So until we speak again, be the person you want to be, build the business, and have the successful life that you want to have.